Hi everyone, Dr. Kolaiko here, and I'm here to answer some of your frequently asked questions about the COVID-19 vaccines. So, we've gotten the question on more than one occasion, after I get vaccinated, do I need to avoid coming into contact with certain people, let's say pregnant individuals, or maybe people who have weakened immune systems, things like that? And the answer is no. So this vaccine does not contain any live viruses, and by getting the vaccine, you are not going to be exposed to the virus or exposing other people to the virus. So there's no need for you to quarantine or avoid any potentially vulnerable individuals after getting vaccinated. In fact, by getting vaccinated, you will be protected yourself, and you will be indirectly protecting those around you by making it less likely that you will be infected with with the COVID-19 virus. So that's one of the questions we get. Another question we get is, should I take certain medications before my vaccine appointment in case of side effects? And in general, we don't recommend that you routinely pre-medicate before your vaccine appointment. The reason is that some medications might make your immune response a little bit weaker, and we really want this vaccine to do its full job. We really want it to ramp up your immune system. And so we recommend you go to your appointment, get plenty of rest, be hydrated. That's really going to help your immune system do its job. And if you do experience side effects, let's say the sore arm is really bothering you, or maybe you start developing a low-grade fever, maybe it makes it hard for you to do your daily activities, then definitely talk to your pharmacist or your healthcare provider about what medications might be appropriate for you. So examples of some of the common ones that people might take may include Tylenol, also known as acetaminophen or paracetamol, and depending on the part of the world that you're in. Motrin or ibuprofen is another one. But some of these medications are not appropriate depending on your medical conditions. So it is important to check with your pharmacist or healthcare provider first before you take these medicines. Now, another question we get is, if I've already had COVID-19 and recovered from it, do I still need to get the vaccine? Should I wait? How long should I wait? Those type of questions. So the answer is yes, you still do need to get vaccinated even if you have recovered from COVID-19. The reason is that you do have some immunity after you recover, but it's uncertain how long that immunity lasts. So what we do know so far is that it appears that your chance of getting reinfected with COVID-19 is pretty low in those first 90 days or 3 months after you recover. So if you want, you can wait 90 days before you get vaccinated. But if you do have, if the vaccine is available to you and you are able to get an appointment to get it before the 90 days, it's okay to get it sooner. So, it's definitely optional to wait, but you don't have to wait. And do make sure you get vaccinated eventually. But if it takes a little bit longer for you to get an appointment, rest easy. You do have some immunity, at least for those 90 days. You do have some protection from getting reinfected during that period. And lastly, one of the questions that we get is, if you're living with HIV, or let's say you have a weakened immune system, maybe you have a medical condition or you're taking medicines that make your immune system a bit weaker, can you still get the vaccine? And the answer is yes. So in the clinical trials, people living with HIV were included. And our main concern with people who have weakened immune systems is not the safety of the vaccine, but it's more the effectiveness of the vaccine. So our concern is perhaps the effectiveness of the vaccine may be a little bit lower in these individuals. Now, at this time, there is no recommendation to give any extra doses of vaccine to these individuals. It's still the standard 2-dose series that everybody else gets. But if more information, comes available, then this recommendation is subject to change potentially in the future. But at this time, everybody gets the same dose. It's the 2-dose regimen, and that's it. So those are all the questions and answers that I have at this time. Again, if you find these videos informational and helpful, please give this video a like and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, because that will really help us amplify the messages and get this knowledge and information out to more people who can benefit from it.